Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Got more coaching news plus a big weekend of high school basketball coverage across the network. We start with a man on the move. Look, everyone associated with Scottsbluff High School football knew the day was coming, and honestly, they probably expected it sooner rather than later. Well, sooner arrived on Tuesday morning as Jake McClain, a rising star in the coaching profession, decided the time was right as he accepted the head coaching job at Holdrege High School.
Number one, I think their administration was very welcoming, and they definitely showed support. They did some things that I haven't seen, and they believe that Holdrege can be a successful program, and I think that's where it starts for any high school program to be successful. The top down is where the belief has to come from, and so I'm very fortunate to be stepping into a good situation, I feel.
McClain was on staff at Scottsbluff under Joe Benson and Judd Hall for 6 years, serving as the defensive coordinator for the last 4 seasons. He says this move right now matches up with some of his long-term goals in the coaching profession.
I would like to coach for 20 years, I think, as a head coach. I also kind of have a feather in my hat, so to speak, about trying to become a head coach at a Class A school, I think, someday, and maybe getting back into the high school baseball world at some point.
Scottsbluff's supreme talent plus McClain's aggressive nature sure led to some pretty sick units on defense the last few years for the Cats. He says playing quarterback in high school and college, though, really helped him to develop his mindset for coaching the other side of the ball.
You know the pressure points and what defenses can do to give you headaches and whatnot, and so those are the things that we tried to do as a defense, and most of it involved getting pressure on the quarterback or playing fast and looking like we're got some bullets out there flying around.
The head coach at Scottsbluff, Judd Hall, well, he knows they're losing a special talent.
It meant a lot. You know, he's a guy that brings a lot of energy to practice every day, a guy that's always prepared in his duties, and a guy that you never have to worry about. You know, as an offense coordinator for 5 years with him, never had to worry about the quarterback play, never had to worry about where they were at defensively or what we were going to try and accomplish defensively. And then this year as a head coach, when we game planned, whatever he brought to the table is what we were going to go with. So he's a guy that's always prepared and a guy that always puts his team in position to win.
And it's not just Coach Hall, but veteran guys like Coach Benson, Derek Deaver, Mark Moran, Todd Mangini, some of those former assistants, also opposing coaches like McCook's Jeff Gross. They'd all tell you how good McClain was at his job.
Yeah, that means a whole lot. I think they would say, most of us would say the same. All of us would say the same thing about each other. It's one of the things I think that has the Scottsbluff football program being so successful is the consistency from all the coaches. For me, I mean, that's just, I want to be good at what I'm doing, and I don't really feel comfortable if I don't put in the time, and so that was never really a hard choice for me. It's been a really good experience, and looking forward to the future too.
Coach was involved with 47 wins over the last 6 seasons and also helped guide the team to back-to-back Class B state championship games. So many great players and memories. McClain now with some thoughts on those guys and then a look ahead to what's got him excited about this move to the Holdrege Dusters.
I would honestly say those players are going to be the memories I will take with me forever. Nick Mogg's birthday, Gavin Howell doing up downs, that type of stuff. I mean, you can't, it's priceless. Chris Busby at practice every day and just his voice. I mean, the things that made it enjoyable for me were the kids. And so that's really the memories I'm going to take with me. The current freshman class is big, and they had some guys that got varsity experience this last year. Other than that, I know the middle school levels had about 30 to 40 kids on each team, and so it looks like there's something to build with there. And so I'm just excited to get down there and meet them in person and see what there is to work with.
Safe to say Christmas has come early for Holdrege High School football as Jake McClain is set to be their next head coach. Coach Hall and Scottsbluff losing a good one, obviously. They'll start to work with administration to find a new assistant coach for their outstanding football program. We'll have more high school basketball coverage this weekend as we close things out on today's update. High school basketball across the network, just the one TV radio combo. That'll be tomorrow night with Ogallala in town to play at Gering. Jeff Kelly with the Gering games this weekend. I'll be in town tomorrow night. And then out on the road to Casper on Saturday. Scottsbluff doubleheaders this weekend against Chadron and Natrona County. That girls game tomorrow at home against Chadron figures to be a really good one. Cardinals beat Scottsbluff in girls action at the Western Conference Tournament a couple weekends back. That'll do it for today. The latest from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.